Oh, why did I do this, bro? No. 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 Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just wasted an hour and a half of my life watching that. Oh god. What's up, guys? It's Josh Flakes here. I don't know what to tell you. I just watched He's All That, starring Addison Rae and the Cobra Kai kid. Forgot his name now. Listen, literally this is like a couple hours after. Oof. If you have an hour and a half of your life to waste, don't waste it on that movie. That's how I can put it to you. Don't waste your time on that movie. How do I even review this movie? So Addison Rae, well, let me just say this. Addison Rae is such a below average actor, which is fine, it's fine because it's her first movie, I think. I don't think she's ever done another movie, but it's her first movie most likely. That's fine though. That's all fine. But the problem arises because she's the main character of this hour and a half movie. So all her scenes, which is like 80% of the scenes of the movie, just seem so cringe and so weird. Like the scripting in this movie is an L. No one speaks the way they do. They still do the 1990s 2000s bully. Apparently being an average family in the United States now is required, has now been called you being poor. So the Addison Rae and her mother's a nurse who works very hard to provide her with all these things, which by the way she tries to help her parents, but apparently her mom working as a nurse now constitutes as her being poor. What? I don't even know where to start with this movie. Addison is trying to build her followers, or Paget, as the name of her character is called. Paget, trying to build her followers. She's all about that Instagram life, and I'm giving tips to all the young girls who want tips and makeovers and stuff. But in reality, she's living a fake life. This is all true. Things like this happen, of course. And behind this movie, there's a real message to the movie, which is cool, I guess. She has a boyfriend who she's basically made over. She's made over this boyfriend who is totally the cool dude. He's not even a jock because he doesn't play any sports or anything. He's just a douchebag who just does music and is really bad at it. But okay, cool, I guess. She goes to find her boyfriend, go wish him a good shoot. He's about to shoot his first music video that's about to take off. He's been taking off and whatever. So she brings him creme brulee, I believe it's called. Some treat, basically, a French treat. Finds out that he's been cheating on her with some other girl, and she does all this on Instagram Live. So that's the big takeaway from this. She gets angry, really angry, and then she starts throwing the snacks and stuff, and it's basically just throwing everything, and she's still on TikTok Live. I don't know if it's Instagram Live or TikTok Live. I think it's TikTok Live. But she's live, and now thousands of people have seen her do this live, and have this hissy fit. All her makeup and everything is washing away and stuff because she has to have the perfect image. This one snot bubble, which just looks weird as hell. I don't know why they chose this as a plot point. They chose the one snot bubble that she does, and then because she's angry and she's crying. It's all captured on live. the snot bubble. Then everybody starts to tweeting out hashtag bubble girl, da 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 da, and she's like, but wait a minute, why is everyone turning against me? And then she has a bright idea of, here's where the movie starts, is making over a new boy. So now she has to make over a new boy, where he now has to be the makeover boy, so that way she can get her followers back. One of the Kardashians is in this as her sponsor, as one of her big sponsors. So cool. She wasn't terribly bad, I guess. She was just there. But yeah, so now she has to do this so that way she can make over a new boy that could take over her old boyfriend, and she has to prove to her sponsor that she can make over a new boy. Also, as I didn't say this before, but her sponsor has been able to provide her with her different bills and stuff that her mom can't pay, which again, why are they living in LA? Like, this is like, why would you choose to live in LA? But you know, she's saying how, you know, this is for her to go to college and stuff in New York City, which honestly, if you're going to college in New York City, it's not that expensive. If you're already living in LA, it's not that expensive. Newsflash. Unless you're going to like a really big private school, then probably, sure. I guess it's expensive, but 6 times out of 10, it's probably not that expensive. So yeah, she's been getting her sponsors, but now she's been cut off from all her sponsors because now her new thing is that she's the bubble girl. But she's been getting traction, but the wrong type of traction. So now she makes this bet with one of her friends to see if she can make over a new boy. So they go over the list of geeky boys, the list of nerdy and geeky and weird kids in the school that she can make over. I'm just going to call him Cobra Kai Kid because I don't care to know his name in this movie. He's in the movie, and yeah, so he's just the weird kid who just gonna stand up to the bullies because he wants to stick it to them. Long story short, you know, they start hanging out. He's like, why are you hanging out with me after 4 years of high school? You know, this is weird, whatever, because it's a bet, and also she's trying to get her followers back. And comes to find out that, oh, he's really not that bad of a kid, and she also comes to find out, oh, well, Padgett's not that bad of a kid as well. So, main thing here is that the real antagonist of this movie is actually one of her best friends who was posing all the time. This was all a plan. This was all part of her master plan to get Addison Rae to stop dating her old boyfriend, so that way she could date her boyfriend, and that way she can become prom king and queen. For some reason, being prom king and queen is such a huge thing in this universe. Why? Again, no one should really... you know what? No. A lot of people do actually care about prom king and queen. I don't know why. It's not really that. I've never seen the... Maybe I'm the weird kid who just rides horses and stuff. Oh, God. This is a weird one. So his sister... they're all at the same party. It's all this big party going on thing, dress up party, and Addison Rae ex-boyfriend hits on Cobra Kai Kid's sister at the party, in which they were kissing, and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore." She doesn't. She's a sophomore and he's a senior. Weird, I guess, because he looks like he's 24 in the movie. He looks like he's 24 and she looks like she's 17. I don't know. I guess, you know. But then Cobra Kai Kid busts out all the moves to beat the kid up. He starts doing the wham wham. He's like, "Where'd you learn this from?" And he's like, "Well, you know, kung fu movies, because apparently kung fu movies teach you all these moves." So, because he watches a lot of kung fu movies. I guess that's a Easter egg for us people who actually did watch this movie and try to review it, you know, because he's in Cobra Kai and he's also in this movie and he's doing kung fu moves. Why didn't they just say he was doing karate? It would have been much better. Obviously he's pissed off Cobra Kai Kid's definitely pissed off here. He leaves the party and Paget's like, "Are you okay? Da da da." And he's like, "What do you think? You know, I just had to save my little sister," which, in all honesty, I totally get. Oh, by this time he gets a makeover. By this time, and it's all of a sudden, Paget makes him over, and he's now hot. In which he slicked, his hair is slicked back, and he's cut his beard and his mustache, and apparently now he's hot because he did that. Weird. Prom day is here. Prom night. I don't know what they call it. Prom. Just prom. Paget doesn't want to go alone because she doesn't want to be embarrassed. Her best friend is going with her ex-boyfriend to prom. Damn, that's a burn, I guess. That's really a burn because you're gonna have to be there. Also, the tension between her and her ex-boyfriend, her ex-best friend, you would have thought it would have been deeper than what it was. But every time they faced off after, when she realized she got betrayed, it really was not even that crazy. They were just like, "Yeah, I did this and I did that," and you're like, why would you ever do something like that? Like, no hands were thrown, no real like anger, no no cursing. Like, it was literally just So I guess that's how Addison Rae deals with a lot of her her problems. Cool. Her ex-boyfriend does win prom king. Cool, I guess. But prom queen is actually won by Paget. Paget wins prom queen. And at this point, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, it's the ex-boyfriend who cheated on her, and now they're prom king and queen." She does a speech saying, "Oh, this is the real me." It's her with makeup and saying that she doesn't want to live the fake life anymore, and that Cobra Kai Kid taught her not to live the fake life anymore, and that you don't really need to publicize everything that you have on social media. Great message, cool message, love that message. But then she doesn't take the prom queen because she doesn't really care about it anymore. So she forfeits her prom queen status. So the second place goes to the weird, quirky emo kid who she wants to be prom queen, which I don't know how she got second place because no one knew her. Shouldn't you be getting votes? Isn't that how it works? Surely her ex-best friend, Paget's ex-best friend, should have gotten second place, but apparently she got fourth place. I don't know how the voting works here. I don't know how prom works for voting. If anyone can tell me, tell me. Paget goes outside. Cobra Kai Kid's texting her saying, "I saw your speech, I saw it live, because, she still has to record everything." He comes in riding on his horse. Now, earlier in the movie, they did talk about doing horse riding lessons, and they were doing horse riding lessons and a whole bunch of stuff, but he brings his horse here, comes in with her knight in shining armor with this horse. But it was really weird to see a high school kid rolling into school with horse, on horseback. They finally do the beautiful kiss that they can finally come together and say yes, and I totally understand what you're saying, and I totally understand what you're saying. Alright, well, let's be together. Great. Then at the end of the movie, they go traveling around the world. She still has to publicize everything on the internet, whereas he doesn't really care about that, and somehow she's still doing it. She's still like, "Hey, we're going to be updating you every day about what we're doing and where we're going." It wasn't the worst movie ever, but it also wasn't the best movie ever. This movie was probably where I would put it. Like I said, I think I said in my reaction to the trailer, I think I said it would best be a 4, and honestly, it's like a 4, 3.5. That's what I could give it. 3.5, 4 out of 10. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. It's below average. So, 3.5, 4 out of 10. If you do agree with me, leave a like on this video. Subscribe. Turn post notification bells on. And thank you for joining me on this review, man. It's your boy, Josh Flakes. and I'll see you again.